in the war, and then out of that, sorry Jill.
Yeah, well, I remember Jeff Sutton coming to talk to Nellie about the war, and he was part of that.
Yes.
And Jeff Sutton still lives down at
Women's meeting came out of that, and I think we've been going for about 60 years now, I believe. Yeah, because we did have a celebration of the 50 years, which does seem quite a long time ago now. And so that's how we started. And we have got, I think it's in the little chapel now, there's a brass, is it a brass Tri Sigma Guild
self-surrender service.
Would you like to say that again? Sorry.
The Greek S's, sincerity, self-surrender and service, was the mottos of the Tri Sigma.
What a lovely nation. Okay. Yeah. No, yeah.
About the Tri Sigma.
What do
You want to hear about the Tri Sigma Guild that you used to?
Oh, the Tri Sigma Guild was for the teenagers after we finished Sunday school.
Right.
And started when we were about 14, 15. Yeah.
And went on to the Wednesday afternoon guild. Yes. The Wednesday afternoon guild. And I remember as a child coming round with Nellie and Daisy and all that lot to clean the little chapel.
Chapel after it was built. You've had enough of me.
Have you got a little chapel, Stuart?
I haven't.
It's open to the public now.
Oh, is it? Oh, right.
No, Sunday afternoon. Most Sundays. There's usually a list up there. It's lovely, isn't it?
So most Sunday afternoons?
Not most Sundays, but...
So come on, Brain. Did Whitgift or who am I thinking of? Whitfield, yeah.
Yes, George Whitfield.
And Wesley, did they preach up here on the Common? Is that true? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
So big open air.
Meeting.
The 1730s or something.
Yeah.
And then this went up
Whitfield's Tump, I think it was. Whitfield's Tump, I think, right up on the top. That's right. Well, you speak up.
Well, I wasn't there, but...
No. You know about it.
Yes, we've had services up there on special occasions.
Could you recall one particular one? An open air service?
We used to have the Salvation Army at the Rodborough Fort, the first Sunday in May, open air service. That was 6 o'clock in the morning, and the band used to march up from Stroud up to the fort for the service at 6.
Thank you very much.
That was until very recently.
Any more? Okay. Right. Okay, press the stop button. Right, we've got a memory now of when church was on a Sunday morning and ran by Stringer's Farm.
The man in charge of the cattle would be inclined to take the bull for a walk, and he would bring him up the hill just down here, along past the windows, up round and down back to Stringer's Farm. You could see him, if you knew, you could see him go and walk the bull all the way round for exercise.
You knew that people wouldn't be in the street then?
No.
So that's a sign of how many people went to church then?
Well, you know.
Tab will be at the parish church.
Yeah, they will walk, but it's there is a book, and you can see the picture of this fellow actually with the plough going along, if you can recognise him. There is a Cotswold book, I can't remember its name offhand, but I have it at home.
Stuart, murals nothing bad now. Yeah.
So do you, any idea when, can you remember when you water, hard question, just tell us about the water. You had a well and
It was the well, and then we had the 2 pumps for 1, 3, 4 houses. We used to have to use that, yeah.
When do you reckon the pipe water came along? 1920s? Hard to remember.
It was after we were married, living there, when we had the water put on. But I can't just remember what year it would be. It's a long time ago now.
Yeah. Did it taste good? Before it was piped, did it have a nice taste?
The piped water wasn't the same as the pump water.
Pump water was better.
As well water was best, yeah. But you see, Rodborough Hill and that must be full of springs, because the whole of the place depended on that water. And of course, as soon as they laid the water on, that was all condemned, you see. We couldn't use it, suppose not to. Yeah, but we never found it wrong. No.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, here I am with, I think it's Peggy Mounts.
Peggy Short.
Peggy Short, I do apologise, Peggy.
That's quite all right.
And Peggy played the piano beautifully here this afternoon. And you've been coming to the Tabernacle for some years, Peggy.
I've been coming to the Tabernacle ever since I was a small child. I was baptised here, and I played the piano in the Sunday school from about the age of 12 until I got married when I was 28. I think my life has revolved around the Tab, actually. All my friends were here, and we used to have something going on most evenings of the week. Country dancing, amateur dramatics, that sort of thing. And so we used to take part in all of it. And so it meant coming up here most evenings of the week. It was wonderful, really, when you're growing up. And you make such a lot of friends. So it was a great time.
And about how many people used to come at its greatest, do you think?
Oh. Well, when it was amateur dramatics, it was just the Amateur Dramatic Society, people who were in the plays, and the hangers-on who did behind the scenes and all that sort of thing. Then we would put on plays for 4 nights a week, and always had full houses. So it was lovely.
Yeah, so you put the plays on?
In here, on that stage there. And then when I was growing up, then Minister, the Reverend C.E. Watson, used to write operettas, and he would get everybody who was in the church to take part in these operettas. And we used to have about 60 or so people on the stage. How we all got on, I have no idea, but we did. Do you remember?
I remember watching it from that window in the middle there, watching the plays. That was after the war, I remember that.
Yeah.
But the operettas, the minister wrote them, and the music, and so did the lot.
So, the congregation then must have been, well, how many? We were talking just after the Second War, perhaps.
Oh, but before the Second War.
Oh, this is before the Second War.
The Padre died at the beginning of the war.
Yeah, so it was before the Second World War.
But even the plays that you did afterwards, they were always full here.
Oh, yes, they were.
Right.